Okay, howdy everybody. Welcome back to the challenge and the Cataclysm. I am Vormithrax, and we're continuing, hopefully finishing up, finishing up our Dead Evil 2 challenge. This is night 5, 6. I've lost track. It's a night a lot. We're going pretty far in this one. But we are playing William Ashley, the Unwilling Mutant, and yeah. So this one we're playing a Lab Escape Unwilling Mutant scenario. Previous survivor, horrible encounter with supernatural forces. I must find the Necronomicon, which we've done, and banish it from this dimension. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to change my intended ending because the map gen just absolutely refuses to give me any mines. No mines. Not a single mine. We've traveled. Not one single mine. 400 farms, but not one single mine. So, yeah. I've decided we're no longer looking for an Amigara Fault. It's just never going to happen. I'm not going to be able to do it. So we're going to find some other way of dealing with the Necronomicon. I've got a couple of ideas. We mentioned them on Wednesday, and we'll see if we can finish this one off tonight using one of those other methods. We've got a couple of fallbacks. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So here we go with William. You can see our stats and all that. Nothing too impressive there. We've got one CBM, the muscle CBM installed, bringing us to 12. But beyond that, we're pretty high in just about everything. All the skills are just about maxed out for the crafting stuff. Not much else we could work on that would really have any effective use there. I'm not doing mutations, really, so cooking's not all that useful to raise much further than what we've got it at currently. And everything else is pretty much where we need it. Combat skills, as always, super hard, super slow to raise due to the focus just tanking 30 seconds into a fight, and then you get no XP. I still don't like it. I'm still going to complain about it. I think it's too heavily nerfed on the focus drain and or the focus recovery, one or the other. But fight 30 seconds, go read a book for an hour. Fight 30 seconds, go read a book for an hour. It's just terrible. The more I think about it, the more I encounter it, it's just bad. And I can't see any particular reason for it short of just literally being a little dial that is used to slow down player progression. Purely and simply. No other game reason I can think of, just controlling the player progression for combat skills. I think it's dialed a little too far to the slow end. But, yeah, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. So, oh, check the speaking skill? Why would I care about the speaking skill? Bartering and speaking are 0, because I'm not dealing with NPCs, so why would I care? But yeah, there you go. That's the rest of the list. So yeah, nothing too impressive down there. Combat skills are just super low, and I mean we've killed a large number of things. What are we up to? 1,300 kills. A fair percentage of that has been with the bow, and we're still sitting at what? I think we got it up a little ways. We're at what, archery 5, marksmanship 5. Yeah, it's super slow. Trait-wise, nothing much has changed recently since we picked up the Necronomicon. We are sitting on 3 negative traits that we gained because we're holding the Necronomicon. That would be Howler, Schizophrenic. Oh, my good friend Schizophrenic. So many hilarious things that thing still does. But where are the monsters? Where did the hallucinations go? Were they causing some kind of problem? Because I haven't seen a single monster hallucination. It's all audio hallucinations, everything else that I remember from Schizophrenic, but there's no monsters anymore. I don't get to see all the fun critters while from when I wake up and my bed is surrounded by all the fun stuff. So I don't know why that got taken out, but I assume there's a reason. And then we're also very light sensitive. So yeah, so that's the main character sheet. We do have a few bionics installed. We've managed to get the dielectric in most recently. We got the adrenaline pump, enhanced memory banks, and metabolic interchange to go with the muscle log and the targeting system. We got a few more sitting around, but they're just not ones that I would bother to install. Most of them are going to take too much energy. I'm not going to install a bunch of energy gen because that lowers my mana. And I don't see a point to that. I'd rather have the mana for this particular run. So we're going mainly with passive or very, very low power usage CBMs. Yeah, so we'll see if we manage to find any more this evening. Here's our gear, and I'm still not quite happy. We're taking damage when I shouldn't be taking damage. We've got enough options that I need to put something else on to cover just a few more points so we can stop getting nickel and dimed by the little tiny zombies. Even the low-level zombies are still hitting me. And some of it I can't help because we've got hooves. There's not a lot I can do to improve my foot coverage without losing the hoof kick, which is doing a ton of damage, and I don't want to lose that. So we're always going to be susceptible to some damage there. But we're getting hit elsewhere, too. It's kind of annoying. I haven't paid a whole bunch of attention to it recently. I've been meaning to swap out to a flame suit, but I can't find one to replace the underwear, because it'll have better stats. But, yeah, we'll see if we can go figure something out. But there's the gear. It's basically survivor gear with the heavy helmet, and not much else. I could pad it with Kevlar and such, but I don't know. I did see the backpack change, and I have updated, so we're up to experimental 9594, which is from like an hour ago. I see another one or two have crept in, but one of them wasn't ready yet, so yeah, we're up to date. I did see the note. Looks like backpacks now shift their encumbrance based on their capacity, so less encumbrance when they're empty, more encumbrance when they're full. So the encumbrance value is going to shift a bit. You can see that right here. So there's now an encumbrance when full option. So current encumbrance is 17, encumbrance when full is 40. So as it fills up, it gets more and more encumbering, basically. It just sounds good. Sounds like a good change. I'm okay with it. I don't honestly remember what the other base encumbrance used to be. Was it 40 flat? And now it's a variable number, so is the previous, or wait a minute, I think it was 55 encumbrance, wasn't it? Wasn't it 55 encumbrance for 55 storage, 1-to-1, or was, I may be forgetting. I don't remember the original stats, but just know that it's going to shift now. The encumbrance is going to vary depending on how full the item is. And it's based on, they've got a formula, it's based on a formula. I'm not going to get into it. You get the idea. So yeah, so I'm up to date. I did see the backpack change. What else? So yeah, we're doing fine combat wise. We're mostly relying on our nature's bow from our spells, our druid spells, for general ease damage, and then the battle axe when we need it. We've got a RM42 combat knife as a backup, a couple of pistols, and the RM11B scout rifle is our big gun. So we're packing some pretty good gear for damage output, but I still just, with Imperceptive Healer, I just cannot take any damn damage. It just stacks up so quick, and it takes so long to recover. And Imperceptive Healer is probably where it should be. It's vicious, and it should be vicious for the points that you get for it. So I'm fine with it. I just got to be a little more careful. So yeah, so there's our gear, there's our stuff. That's kind of the recap there. Our travel mobile, it's all finished. I've got it fully decked out with everything I care about. And it's ready to go. We need a little bit more gas. We're starting into my second tank of gas again. So, but everything else is in. Actually, it's not in perfect condition. I got to repair it up again before we get moving. But that's kind of where we're at. So we're just parked outside this farm. Here's our map. We just got back at the end of Wednesday's episode. We made a trip up into town. A very, very scary trip. It was scary. So many upgraded zombies after the evolution factor. So many. And there's a couple of them we found that were detecting me way earlier than I expected. Predators and Screechers were detecting me from 9 to 10 spaces away. And I mean I'm moving in a straight line, and ahead of me, towards where I'm moving, one of those would come into my vision range because I have the light amp goggles, and they would instantly detect that I'm in the area from 9 to 10 spaces away. So it's definitely not smell. Only thing I can think of is sound. I think they have better hearing than I expected, or something has changed, because they were detecting me. The little red exclamation point was popping up onto them right as soon as I got him in my own detection range, my own visual range, which was quite a ways away. And then they would start moving towards me. And yeah, it was kind of rude because that's a really wide range. And had I not had low light amp goggles, they would have been all over me constantly, and it just would have been a nightmare. So I'm really worried about those things. Screechers are the things that are still hitting you with that sonic blast that dazes you. And I maintain that nobody has bothered to go in and fix that daze effect, because there is no way that thing is intended to last 40 frickin' minutes. Literally 40 minutes I've had to wait sometimes to get rid of that daze effect. It varies. I don't know what it varies from and to, but I've done a number of times where I've had to wait a 30-minute period, a 5-minute period, a 5-minute period, and it finally went away. That is ridiculous for a length of time on that kind of an effect with the heavy drain it puts on your stats and your movement ability. So I maintain nobody has gone in and fixed that thing for the 6-second to 1-second conversion. So I'm going to keep complaining about that. Alright, so that's our map. But we went up north into town here specifically to go after a few buildings. We got to the magic shop and a bookstore, and I think we bailed at that point because it was scary. We kept getting nearly cornered, and there was a couple spots where we could have died. So even for a character with good vision and the advanced gear that we've got, it was not comfortable. There's so much nasty zombies out. So we rolled back to base, to the vehicle, and that's pretty much where we left off. So, like I said, we have traveled and traveled and traveled. This is as far north as we've explored, and we've been hitting the radio towers and the apartment buildings to get the big vision ranges to try to find a mine. And this is this initial local area we just we're in now, but we came up from this direction. And we've explored so much that I've kind of lost track of all the places we've been. So, I mean, I don't remember just how big this section was. Goes over there. Goes down this way. And it keeps going down south. So this is kind of the second area that we were in. Not a single mine to be found anywhere. And then we were down this way. Over here. I think that's it. So all that territory, and we've probably found, what, like 60 or 70 little farm things? Not one single mine. So the fact that the mines are being really, really scarce, and that the finale I need to get is one of many for mines, the chances I'm actually going to find a mine and it has the Amigara Fault is vanishingly small. Without me just randomly driving the world for literal, real-world days and days and days and days. So, that plan is gone. That plan is dead. Farm spam and RNG for the map gen has just killed that plan. It's not the first time it's happened for one of my challenges. It's probably the 10th time. But I always hate it when that happens. But when I design the challenges or I set the goals, sometimes I have to be a little flexible because I get this kind of situation. So yeah, there we go. So the two fallbacks, by the way, that I mentioned as possible endings for this have to do with two nearby features. We've got right here the Necropolis. So we're probably going to go poke around in the Necropolis for a bit. For anybody that hasn't seen the Necropolis, congratulations, you're going to get to see a Necropolis and what it's about. And the other option, depending on what happens to us in the Necropolis, or doesn't happen to us, is over here. We've got a nuclear missile silo. Right there, missile silo, northeast from Lyman. So, as a final fallback, if no other solution or entertaining option presents itself, by the end of the evening, I want to drive over this missile silo, or walk over to it, whatever I need to do. Get to it. We're going to stick the Necronomicon inside of a nuclear missile, fire it off into space, and explode it, and hope that that kills the Necronomicon. If nothing else, it'll get it off the planet. So that's the RP thing we're going to do in order to declare that we've gotten rid of the Necronomicon, for a while at least, from the planet. But first, we'll do some other stuff. I still do have a few other things I'd like to accomplish or check out or test, and then we'll head into the Necropolis here, give people a good look at it, and we'll kind of go from there. Very likely I'll die in the Necropolis, by the way, so if we die, then we die. I'm not sure I'm going to consider this a failure of the challenge, just because, yeah, it's the Necropolis. It's one of those endgame location places that you basically send characters you're bored with that you'd like to just get killed. It's got the you're instantly dead type of stuff in there. So we'll see. So let's get back to our vehicle here. It is 1:20 a.m. I remember I slept until dark, so we're not going to be tired anytime real soon. So I'll need to get some stuff done. But let me check in with chat here, and we'll get rolling. Howdy, howdy, everybody in chat. Yeah, stream uptime is a whole 18 minutes at this point. Any idea why the CDA wiki is down and if it's coming back up yet? Nope, no idea. Alright, hey there, Melodath. Oh, don't blame me for your own weak-willed behavior. You get hooked on a game, that's your fault, not my fault. First taste is free. Actually, every taste of this game is free. It's a free game. Did you not create a character that starts out in the mind to see where one is? I could, I guess. That's essentially the same thing as me just summoning mines. Nah, not gonna bother. It's just RP stuff anyway. At some point, they'll fix the map gen, or I'll change my city size spacing settings or something. I still don't know for certain. Is this kind of farm spam the new norm? Does anybody know? I mean, I've been mentioning it for a while now. I mean, is this what we can expect now? Is it really going to be 7 farms per per screen of map area? I mean, it's pretty consistent across all of my screens. Wherever I scroll the screen, I can usually fit 5 to 7 of these little farm thingies in on my screen. And it's been this way for a while now, so nobody's gonna go fix it. If it's intentional, I just want to know, because that's an awful lot of farm spam. Yeah, I don't have only disabled location I have is railroads, because they're also useless and take up endpoints that I'd rather have for useful locations. And I don't run any additional location mods, so I'm not saturating my list and causing some of the problems that occur when you've got too many new locations added in or buildings. So, I don't know, but I'll keep bringing it up. Hopefully somebody at some point gets as irritated with it as I am and gets rid of it. So, we'll see. You disable locations by using the mods, the no location mods. So somebody has to create a mod for it. Unless you go manually, remove them from your world gen settings. You can do it manually. I don't know how directly myself without going to look it up. But for example, in my active world mods, I have the no rail stations buildings mod. So during world gen, I just picked the mod that said no rail stations. There's various options you can pick for that kind of thing. So somebody else, not just me, got tired of the rail stations being useless. Hopefully at some point somebody gives them a function or puts some zombies in them at least. The reason I turn them off is because they suck up endpoints, there's nothing in them, they're completely empty except for 3 sets of vending machines, so it's free food and drink, and the raw materials, that's it. There's no other loot, there's no zombies, no enemies, no danger, no nothing. So I took them off my list, just for that reason. I'm wishing I could take off a huge number of these things, but I mean, there's different things. I mean, that's the, I don't know, there's a bunch of different farm setups, farm field, farmhouse. I mean, this, and this are all variations. They're completely separate things. This, I think, is the same as that, although it's one longer in the fields, but I don't know if that's just random or what. But yeah, I mean, it's just, there's too many. Too many. How many can I fit on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another 7 or so. Alright, well, there you go. That's my farm spam. Spiel for the evening. Get rid of a few other screens here. Okay. What to do? So, I gotta do some repairs of the vehicle, I gotta do some gear repairs. I still want to check at least one more time through the gear and see if I can come up with something I can wear in addition to my current armor to make me more immune to the low-level zombie damage. I'm still getting nickel and dimed by the little zombies, when I shouldn't be. I'm doing pretty good at avoiding and or eliminating the tougher zombies before they get to me. But I'm just constantly taking 2 or 3 points here and there, and it adds up so quick with that imperceptive healer. So, let's go ahead and turn on the aisle lights. And I think I put my sewing kit up here. Okay, sewing kits, get to work. Backpack first. Alright, so that's it for the gear I'm wearing. Don't need to do anything else with that. Battle axe is still in good shape. Knife is still in good shape. Alright, so that part's done, quick and easy. Alright, but I know we're done with most of the books. We can't use Magus books. Already learned what we want to from there. Alright, let's get the vehicle repaired before I forget. Okay, vehicle's back in perfect condition. Energy draw, almost none. Once you get your vehicle in perfect condition and you've got this kind of battery storage and power gen, you're really never going to run out. Unless you start loading up with plasma guns and crazy things like that. Alright, so vehicle's good, gear's good. Next step, oh, we're tired. Oh, that changes things. Yeah, that changes things a lot. Let's turn off the lights. Let's sleep now. That way we got full daylight to get some stuff done. Let's throw on the blindfold again. Just let her wait. Yep. Okay, very good average. Let's reset the legs. Alright, off to sleep. See what little healing we get again. Thanks, game. Thank you so much. Now we're not tired. Please be able to go back to sleep. Oh, I fell asleep after 4 hours of tossing and turning. Right as I hit the key to say, alright, forget sleep. Now I'm going to lose most of the day that I was hoping to use. Yeah, that went pretty well. At least we'll get ahead of the curve a bit on the fatigue factor. Alright, 541. Overweight, so we're not going to worry about eating. Hey, look at those health bars. Almost there. Alright, so let's take a look at gear. Armor. Suit. Ooh, I can make a flame-resistant suit. Need the Nomex. I don't know where to find them if you're not using the launcher, no. They're in the launcher. I've only used the launcher, so if you're not using that, I don't know what to tell you on where to download those kinds of mods. It's no simple just one item thing that's gonna really help out a bunch of my locations. So we do torso. Mainly I need a close to skin layer. Wish I could sort by layer. That would be nice. Yeah, all this stuff is super low numbers. Nah, we've given up on the mine. The map gen just isn't going to cooperate. All the traveling we've done, all the map we've exposed, we haven't seen a single mine yet. So we've given up on the mine. Not going to happen. Problem is the warmth. 30 warmth is going to be too much. Way too much. We're already super hot. Yeah, there's not that many combos I can do. Think the flame suit. I haven't been gathering Nomex in order to put it together. So I'll have to track down some firefighters. Nomex, and yeah, I just haven't gathered any Nomex. Alright, we'll be on the lookout for that. Way I can refit those and get the flame resistant suit. That'll actually help quite a bit. A couple extra points is all I really need. I just need to get myself to about 12 protection to get the little tiny zombies to stop nickel and diming me. So, what to do. So our two goals primarily are Necropolis up here, but I don't have a good way of getting to it. Short of barreling right through the middle of a city, which is super dangerous. The most dangerous part of it is the hitchhikers. As soon as I turn even a little bit diagonal, the hitchhikers can hop into the vehicle with me, and it's going to be really hard for me to get them out of the vehicle or kill them while driving through the middle of a city without just getting swarmed under. It's just forest and city blocking me in every direction otherwise, so I've got to drive through a forest or a city to get pretty much anywhere I want to go in that regard. Same thing for getting to the missile silo over there. Is I'm either going to have to chop my way through this forest and then hope there's a connector point over this direction, or do a whole bunch of right through the middle of a city driving. We do also have a mansion right here that I did want to go take a look at, see if we can pick up at least one more useful magic book. We're done trying to find magical items, and there's not really anything else I need out of the cities anymore. I'm not going to try to go house to house looking for magic basements. That's just too rare to rely on. And there's just too much heavy zombies rolling around anymore with all the upgrades. So I might roll over here just to double check what this looks like, and if maybe there's a connection up and around this direction to get up to the Necropolis. Yeah, I don't need to change out my weaponry. Doing good on ammo still. Oh, if you haven't seen it, at the end of Wednesday's episode, when we were going up into this city, this office tower here, I had climbed to the top of this apartment tower to get a view of the city area from the roof, which uncovered all this. And then while I was up there, I happened to notice that as I went up top, I had this sitting here, and I was like, what the hell is this? And the office tower has a mini lab. Office tower has a science lab tower attached to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of science lab. So you have to go into the office tower area, and right here in this back corner there was a little nook that had a science ID card door, no turret, and you just pop the door and there's immediately a set of stairs, and it puts you right up into a lab. And it's as many spaces as you see, so it's 5 spaces of lab, those large square grids, and there's stairs in each corner, so you go up, for example. We got stymied on the second floor, unfortunately, with a bad setup in between an open barracks with some skull jugs and some other nasties on the other side of another door. So, uh-oh, is mouse offset again? Yep, mouse offset again. Damn it! I don't know why that keeps doing that. It's really irritating. Alright, 1 second. We'll fix that. Alright, circling the character, circling the character. Yep, alright, we're good to go again. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's first, the mini labs that I'd seen, those got recently added, so that was nifty to find that. We unfortunately didn't get to check the whole place, but not a lot of possibilities there for us to get stuff that I could use beyond the barracks with some ammo upgrades. We've pretty much already got all the weaponry I need, so... I don't believe there's a full finale room in these mini towers, mini labs. But it's cool to see them in places other than the traditional lab, so that was nifty. Yeah, that was pretty much it. We did that, and then we ran the streets to get to the magic shop and that, and then we bailed out of there as quick as we could. Alright, so anything I want to do regarding magic? Don't care about Taze and Lesser Quantum Tunnel. Yeah, uncertain where you come out. Range 5, variance 4. You can get the range up to 10, the variance down to 1, with lots and lots of study. That might be interesting. What was the other one? Oh yeah, Hollow Earth. That's the other one that we picked up. So we already took Animist. That locked us out of Magus. We took Druid, which locked us out of Biomancer. Earthshaper and Technomancer are diametrically opposed, so it's neither or. So I can either do this Earthshaper stuff, or I can do the Technomancer stuff. Given where we're at and what we can do, I think it's probably more likely to be useful to have the Earth damage stuff. Alright, so we'll stop and do some studying of that one. We'll go ahead and get rid of the Technomancer. We're not going to be able to do that one. Alright, another thing I wanted to do was open up a few of these damaged first aid kits. Let's get their gear out on the ground, see what we miss. Able to recover the gauze, the bandages, gauze, tape, antiseptic, booklet, and bandages. Booklet, bandages, and aspirin. Well, damn, bandages. What the hell, man? Alright, don't care about the books. Don't care about the saline. I guess we'll keep the tape. Alright, I got nothing to autoclave, nothing to repair. I think we're ready to get a little bit of traveling done before the sun goes down. Alright, Hey Vorm, how has CDDA been treating you? Pretty well. It's a matter of a few issues going on. Yeah, the whole evolution thing, I'm still a little puzzled about. Now, some of it is my config gets carried over constantly, so I've had the same config file, so it doesn't pick up changes to the default values that are done through updates. So sometimes I have to manually make changes to get them back to the current default, whatever it may be. So when we go options, current world... Initial day 0, spawn delay 0. So this is where I get a little confused. So when I've got it set to 0, 0, which is what we started this particular thing with, yeah, I guess I don't understand why having it set to 0, 0 would cause enhanced evolution. But my last several challenges, I've been seeing highly evolved zombies on day like 6 and 8. So, somebody knows what I need to set these to not have that happen. Let me know. Yeah, Season Link 91's been the default forever. Not forever, but for quite a long time. The initial 30 spawn... So, I guess that's my question, though. What... I could care less about setting it to initial day 30. I don't need to worry about the cold and so on. I've never had an issue with it. It doesn't bother me. So, I know the initial is not what the default currently is. Why, though, is my setting it to 0? Why would that be responsible for me having evolved zombies when I start my game? That's what I don't understand. I don't need it to start on day 30 is what I'm saying. I could care less about frozen water and frozen foods and all that kind of stuff. None of that stuff has any effect on me given my knowledge of the game. So I don't care if it starts on day 30. So I don't understand when I've got it set to 0, 0 why I should be seeing necromancers, predators, shocker brutes on day 6. I understand it thinks I started on 0. Why? I don't understand. Spawn delay. How many days after the Cataclysm the player spawns? Day 0 is the day of the Cataclysm. Can be overridden by scenarios. Increasing will cause food rot and monster evolution to advance. I understand the intent that it thinks I started on day 0, not 30, but why that would cause... Let's see. I guess what they probably did is... Well, I can't set this to a negative number. Yeah, I think I understand what they did then. It still seems bass-ackwards to me, but I suspect I have a feeling for how they did it. They basically, because they set this to 30, this would be the default setup. Still seems weird to me. Alright, well, however, we'll set it to 30 next time, and I'll just not worry about it. Like I said, I don't particularly care if the temperature is cold or not. It doesn't really affect me any, so... Thinks I'm in year 2? That could be. That could be. Alright, let's go ahead and move on, though. But as you can see, I'm still surviving it, even though I'm seeing the highly evolved stuff and playing on my normal try-hard difficulty settings. I still manage to sort of generally keep alive. But it does make for a bit of a rude surprise when I'm wandering down a city street at day 6 and Predator hops out at me. Okay, let's rid of just one or two other things here. Don't need sewing kit, don't need washing kits. Alright, let's get driving. Where are we going? We're gonna go north around that farm. Alright, save game. Random body on the ground. Brutes, grapplers, barrel hunters. Nothing too scary there. Alright, so solid forest. Unless I swing down and follow the roadway. No interest in the hospital. Take a quick check down here. I just know it's going to force me to drive through the middle of a city, and my death is going to involve a feral predator or something nasty stepping into the vehicle with me. Oops, didn't go far enough. One thing I regret is this van's giddy up and go off-road really, really sucks. Alright. Slavering biter. Demon spiderlings. And an autonomous crow system. Hey there, roadblock, right in the path I'm trying to travel. Oh, isn't that lovely? Alright, so they've got it tucked right there in the woods, right where I was needing to go. So, we'll have to deal with that. Grappler and a wasp. Who's going to win between a grappler and a wasp? So, I don't know, actually. Moderately, heavily. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's actually a pretty close matchup. Looked like, excuse me? Wasn't that a wasp a second ago? Was it always a bee? Or am I imagining things? I thought that was a wasp. Alright. Okay, time to get out the scout rifle. How far are we? We are 35 from the close one. Ooh, yeah, we don't want to get any closer. Alright, fire. No, not up there. Fire. Alright, little line, you're being pesky. $64 and $21. It's got a reset down there. Come on. Did I kill it? I did kill it. Alright, that's fine then. So it's showing me the other. Broken mil-spec turret. 45. 43. Ooh, 32. Alright, well, the turrets are gone. Do I have enough room to drive through, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just gotta get rid of that bush, and we should be able to squeak through on that side. Anybody need some ammo? Here's 1,588 rounds. And probably close to the same. Yep, 1,588. A little over 3,000 rounds of ammo waiting for you. Hide helmets. Take the radio battery. Go Kevlar. Oops. Oof. Alright. Keep on moving. This goes down to what, the evac shelter? I can't think of a reason to go to the evac shelter. I'm liking that it opens up right through here so I can scoot between these city areas, but then it's going to have to stay open so I can then get all the way around over to the necropolis. So let's hope it does. EPC. Could be able to fill my diesel off of that. Corrosive, slavering. And we got an anthill nearby. Hey there, anthill. Hey look, the used bookstore! But I'm not allowed to go there. I haven't read or been told that the inhabitants of the used bookstore have been fixed yet. They one-shot me last time I went over there. 128 torso damage that bypasses armor. Just instant kill. I don't know if they've been fixed yet or not. What's in the used bookstore? It's got a interior quote-unquote secret room that's got some magic stuff in it, but it's also got some guards. And the guards have been notoriously pesky to poor Vorm here recently. I don't like their power level and the fact that they could be wandering around in the city without the player having anything to do with it. I think that might have been fixed, and they're stuck in their room until the doors opened, but their power level is just ridiculous. Right now it's just instant death. You open it up and they instantly kill you. They're called Nothics. I don't mind powerful stuff. I just don't like powerful stuff being in the middle of cities, and the ability for them to be set loose from inside their special building out into the streets without the player knowing. A zombie can just smash a window and those things could be out and loose. And they've got long-range night vision, they're fast, they've got spells that bypass armor completely. They always hit the torso, so they're hard to run away from. I haven't fought them enough to actually know how hard they are to kill, because now like I said, last time I tried, I did a 4 science attempt, and it was just open door, fall over dead. So yeah, 128 torso bio damage, bypassing all armor and protection, and that's not fun. So we can't go to used bookstores right now. Basically, I'm just debating: do I want to clear these local zombies so I can gas up, hopefully, off of this thing? Uh-oh. Diesel on the ground. It's leaking! Oh, diesel in that one, and it's perfect condition. So we probably got a good supply of fuel right there. Nothing out here I'm too worried about. The corrosive zombie would probably be the closest thing to worry about. I think I will try to take out the local zombies here. Let's get out and kill some zombies. Back off. Down the road. We'll kill them back on the road over here. Alright, how to do this.